Wagon-style trailers have been used in agriculture for hundreds of years. They're incredibly stable because they have tires in all four corners. The tongue actually pivots up and down, so there's no tongue weight pressing down on your hitch, which this means that whatever is pulling this trailer doesn't get beat up. It also means that connecting and disconnecting is a breeze, as I'll show you in a second. So like I was saying, the tongue pivots up or down, which this makes connecting to the tow vehicle a piece of cake. No more cranking that awful tongue jack to raise or lower the tongue. And in fact, you could just fold the tongue all the way up and out of your way if you ever need to make the trailer shorter to fit in some garage or something like that. Or you could push it up. You could push it up and lock it like that, so there's no way that anyone could ever steal your trailer. But anyway, to raise or lower this tongue, all you would have to do, grab a hold of it, put it down to whatever height you want, and then you have total control up or down as the vehicle's coming towards it. So wagon trailers are so much better than other trailers, so why aren't all trailers made like that? Well, the answer is that traditionally, wagons have been virtually impossible to back up. Well, guess what? We figured out how to correct that fatal flaw. Our wagon-style trailers back up just as easily as a regular trailer. How did we do it? Well, we made it so these front axles can swivel. Let's take a look. We'll give you a demonstration. So now you're probably thinking, wow, swiveling axles, they're probably going to flutter like the casters on a shopping cart. Well, with some tricky engineering, we overcame this problem. We are proud to announce that there is no flutter whatsoever. Not when the trailer's empty, not when it has a heavy load towards the rear, and not when it has a heavy load towards the front. The next clip shows the trailer going down a rough, under construction highway, and we purposely loaded the trailer very heavy on the front end to test the worst case scenario. The results, as you'll see, well, there's just never any flutter. One advantage of our trailer is tire life. Here's a normal looking trailer where the axles are somewhat near the middle, a little towards the rear maybe. Anyway, if you have a heavy load on this trailer and you try to cock it into a tight area, tight driveway, anytime you have to cock the trailer, puts a tremendous amount of strain on the tires, literally trying to tear them from the rim. And the tires scrub across the pavement, which tears up the tires, leaves marks on the pavement. But our axle arrangement totally eliminates this problem. No tire scrub whatsoever. The advantage of this trailer is maneuverability. You can literally push this trailer around with your hands as long as there's no load on it. And So I mean, you could really get it into some tight little area to put it out of the way for storage, or it makes hooking up to the vehicle extremely easy. I'll give you a little demonstration here, which obviously you could never do this with a regular trailer. Truck's over there, we want to hook it up. You just bring the trailer to the truck. Hooked up. It's that easy. This is a close-up of what we just showed you, just showing you how easy it is to connect and disconnect this trailer. I mean, it's literally as easy as in place, up, and you're connected, disconnect, you're disconnected. Matter of seconds. Let's look at this regular trailer again to discuss tongue weight. Tongue weight is an important factor when you're towing. Too much tongue weight, if you had a heavy load towards the front of the trailer, that would create a lot of tongue weight pushing down on the rear axle of your pickup. And the problem with that is the front axle actually becomes light and you lose steering. So that's dangerous. Too little tongue weight can also be dangerous. So if a normal trailer is heavy in the rear, pushing down in the rear, that lifts up in the front, you can actually create a negative tongue weight, which lifts up on your hitch. So this would make the rear end of your pickup light, so you'd lose traction. So that's dangerous. And with regular trailers, it is very difficult to get the correct amount of tongue weight on your hitch. You have to try to load the trailer in such a way to balance the weight. But it's a guessing game, and it's not even always possible to do correctly. Alright, like we showed you earlier, our trailers have no tongue weight because this tongue can pivot up and down. And that works fine here in Florida, but if you live somewhere with mountains and icy roads, you may want some tongue weight because it'll give you extra traction on the rear axle of your pickup. So we have this feature here, this tongue weight adjustment. Take a closer look here, but you can add as much tongue weight as you want by simply just turning this bolt. You could add 500,000 pounds, whatever you want. It's just as easy as turning that bolt. The trailer shown in this video is a 16,000 pound GVW. It is about 38 inches high, but you could probably knock a few inches off of that depending on how you build it. Or if you want, you could make it a drop deck and just lower it down just behind those front tires. About 4 feet from the front, you could drop it down. And the front axles do have electric brakes, and they do have a suspension. And yes, this trailer does work well even on soft ground. The next video shows it stopping, reversing, and then starting again in the sand. And it does so easily, even though it's purposely loaded heavy in the front, which is a worst case scenario. But yeah, handles it no problem whatsoever. Okay, go back some. Alright, stop there. Now go forward through the sand pit.